which people are supposed to answer questions? Like, can we start from the back and like get to the front?
No, this has to be as chaotic as possible.
Guys, we're 20 seconds in.
We can do that, or we can like raise our hand.
We're in a car.
We're
in a car. How you go raise your hand?
This was an open discussion.
Vantage is a podcast by teenagers, for teenagers, or for those looking to better understand them. We will be exploring the internal dialogue of our high schoolers' minds while on our commute from school to the Boys and Girls Club of Westchester Liberty in our 12-person van. Have you ever had a thought in your head so crazy it scared you? You are not alone. Vantage, getting our teens out of their heads and into building unfiltered community. Hi, I'm your co-host, Miss Jessica, Teen Program Coordinator at the Boys and Girls Club, alongside a handful of chatty teens, and welcome to episode 1, the one about video games, money, and relationships.
So, very first question. Well, hypothetical, what if, whatever. You're just casually playing a video game. Everything is normal. You've been farming for something for days on end, and just days and weeks and everything, and you finally just attain this wonderful legendary item with a drop rarity that is absolutely insane. And then a server shutdown strikes, and you have lost every ounce of your progress. What do you do?
I would quit the game.
That's the first thing you do. You try.
Alright.
That's where all of your hard work's going, and you'll feel sad about it. So I'd probably try.
Okay, so would you try and go for it again? Whoa.
I would like to bounce off of Tia and say immediately after that, depending on how mad I was, I may or may not uninstall the game.
Yeah, me too. I would install and then reinstall it.
One at a time.
Okay, so so what you're saying is that you just stop, reassess the situation and just start all over from scratch.
Yes.
After all of that hard work, just working for days on end.
Wait, but you could go back to the company and ask them or call them or something to give you back
Okay,
their
let's
stuff.
say the company has absolutely no communication to people outside of it.
Then that company sucks.
Okay. Well, I mean, it happens all the time.
Then why would you install the game if that happens?
Yeah, but most companies do that.
Well, I mean, they don't care.
The
They still
question is
get money from other
hypothetical.
people.
Don't go too deep.
Yeah, right. Come on.
It's not that deep.
You don't have to go into layers. Come on.
Next question.
Next question. Since we're all high schoolers, I believe that this may be a more appropriate one.
Yeah.
See now, you've been working all day, all night. Well, I mean, not really, because, child labor laws. But, I mean, you've been working your part-time job. You have an absolutely terrible manager that just hates you for absolutely no reason, because apparently they're boomers, all of them. And, let's say you finally, have this opportunity to leave that job. But, however, you get paid less. At least $2 an hour less. What do you do?
I would go to the new job. If I hate my job,
Why?
if I hate my job and I don't get as great benefits just because of the money, what's the point of the money if you don't like it?
Okay, so that first job, benefits are great, good, you have a good, health plan, everything. This, the new job, sure, the atmosphere is great, but you get paid less, the benefits aren't that, good, and, I don't know.
I would still quit my job and get to the new one.
I would try and fight through it and stay, but if I couldn't handle it after a while, I would just leave them for that other job.
Okay.
I choose my mental health over the money.
Exactly.
In reality, because for me, my mental health is more important than what I'm being paid, because I can just find another job after that.
Okay.
Yeah, and like you said, we're high schoolers, so it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but it doesn't matter as much as if we were adult and paying rent and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
I'll just quit the job and get a new job that has paid more.
So, you're saying you leave that job, ignore the one that I just prepositioned, and just find a completely new one.
Yes.
Sure, you're smart. That's why.
You can't do that. That's not in the hypothetical.
Terry, that is actually 500 IQ. You just outsmarted Gina.
explain it to
You
everyone.
can't do something outside of the hypothetical.
Cheetah?
That defeats the purpose of the hypothetical.
No one ever said there was a limit on it.
First of
No
all,
one ever said-
no.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's an
next
imaginary
No
world.
one ever said you can do that.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
Okay, new rule reinstated. You cannot do anything outside of the hypothetical.
Oh no, that sucks.
Oh no.
How do you
That's
think
your fault.
realistically?
You did this.
Oh.
Next question.
This is a really weird
my gosh.
transition, but okay. Okay, say you've been in this relationship with X person for a while. You know, things are going on good. You think you guys can really connect. Stuff's like it's good. You know? I don't really know how else to explain this. But then one day it just seems to like all crumble apart as you catch that person with someone else
Oh.
of the same sex.
Oh.
What do you do?
Oh my gosh, I
Don't
cry.
For me,
How?
for me, I'd ask. For me, the first thing I'd ask would be like, "What are you doing?" And if you want it to be this way, why didn't you tell me when we first started our relationship?
Okay.
Like, if we're gonna be in a relationship, we shouldn't have to hide things from each other.
Right.
And if you don't want to be in a relationship, tell me firsthand that there is something wrong and you don't want to do it.
Okay, so honesty is the best policy. Nice. Anyone else?
I would get one.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do Carrie first.
Sweet revenge.
Here, I will help
Okay, what is this sweet revenge of yours?
Okay.
Would you
and
do the same thing?
No.
If you have a car,
It's not your turn.
I'm breaking it.
So you're going to commit crimes. Essentially. Okay.
Now it's your
That's
turn.
new, Caitlin.
I would first beat him up. 2, I would cry. I'll take all my stuff away. And then 3, I would go get revenge like Carrie.
So you would also commit crimes on
Yes.
top of assault.
Yes.
What if you could turn invisible just by clapping your hands? What's the first thing you would do?
I would clap as obnoxiously loud as possible. At every given, at any given opportunity, just...
Okay.
To
be
annoying or to turn invisible?
To turn invisible.
No, I meant Cheetah's answer.
Yeah, I don't even care about the invisible part. That's only just a given buff. Then no one knows who it is.
But if you keep clapping, you're gonna keep turning uninvisible.
Well, I mean, no duh, but it's still gonna be funny.
Oh my god.
Okay. Anyone else want to add their 2 cents into it?
Me.
Yes.
I mean, I don't have to go to school anymore.
Yes, you do.
So you want to go to school for truancy?
So, I got
You're
one.
gonna go to prison? Or
Okay.
So, if I could turn invisible, I would steal an iPhone 11 Pro. And AirPods.
Hey, more crimes!
Okay.
This isn't Vantage
question?
anymore. This is Crimes Part 2.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, so next question. We're all high schoolers in here. So, if you see something go down the bathrooms, i.e., drugs, anything else, a fight, what's your first thought when you go in?
World Star.
Yeah, record it.
My first thought, get out.
A, put it on Life Leak.
I know.
Record
That-
it.
that-
Get out.
Story.
Post it.
Yeah, post it.
Either get out of the bathroom so I don't get caught with these people, or put it on either World Star or Live Leak.
So, here's the next question. You're given $2 million, but you have to divide it between your immediate family and yourself. How do you divide it?
Well, it's just me and my mom, so.
Okay, so me,
Okay.
my mom, my dad.
And I mean immediate as the people living in your house right now.
Yeah, that's
It's just me and my mom.
Oh, I
Yeah.
have 6 people in the
a million
family.
each.
Yeah.
I guess it's 500,000
I have 6 in my
each for
family,
me,
so-
my
Okay.
mom, my dad, and my.
And turn it off.
You can decide how much each member gets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well then I'm
Oh.
getting $1 million, and I'm going.
Yeah, I'm giving them $1.
It's okay.
I mean, personally, so I have $2 million, correct?
Yeah. And you have to divide it between your immediate family and yourself.
He's at 10.
I would personally, myself, I would probably keep about $800 $600,000 and split the rest between my parents. So $600,000 for my mom, $600,000 for dad.
Okay. So now that we're done with that, here's my next question. It's a kind of clairvoyant type question. What if you could? What if you could talk to your future self and ask your future self 3 questions? What would you ask?
Okay, so like, I would ask myself, one, am I happy with my life right now? Like, if I did like all the things that I planned for myself, like right now, like go to Cincinnati State, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Next would be like, if I'm lonely or not, cause like, right now I'm in a weird state of mind, and I feel like that's eventually just gonna turn into some sort of weird isolationism thing, and I don't want that to happen. So I guess I'd ask myself that. And third, I actually don't know what the third question would be. Like, I don't know. Do I have a good job? I guess.
Okay. What would you ask?
Okay. Are you getting paid enough? Do you have a good job?
Never getting paid.
Are you dating someone?
Okay.
Until you're making infinite money per second, you're never making money.
Yeah. I mean, he's not wrong.
Okay. So, next question. What if you could prevent a tragedy from occurring? What would you do to try and stop it?
Like, you can just like choose any like thing ever.
Any tragedy.
Any.
Just how would you
Okay.
stop it?
I would prevent the Great Molasses Flood of Boston, Massachusetts, and I would simply tell everyone to move, so then you don't die. Either that, or that one beer flood in Ireland back in the day, where like 13 people died of alcohol poisoning because they looked at the floor and thought, free juice. So I mean, either of those, I just tell them to move, or like, don't drink beer off the floor.
Well, I got one.
Yeah.
I would tell Juice WRLD not to do drugs in the first place. And
Okay.
every time he tries to, I'll smack him.
How are you gonna monitor that?
I have one.
No. If I could just comment on that, wouldn't it be easier to just check him into rehab?
No. That's too much work.
Celebrities that go into rehab don't get help.
Yeah.
They come out doing drugs again. Remember that Chris Brown guy? Remember
yeah.
when he went into rehab for domestic abuse? Yeah, you know what he did when he came out? He threatened his mother's life.
Okay, anyone else? Want?
He also threw
yeah,
a brick
Katie.
at someone. but
What if you got hurt really bad and there was no one around to help you? No one around for miles and you were alone.
Question.
Then I would
Tarzan
die.
time.
Just pertain to the question I just asked.
Then I would die.
Tarzan time.
No? Okay.
Tarzan time.
I would just die.
We in some Tarzan hours.
Does it associate with the question? But let's just pretend that you get so hurt that you cannot move and there's no one around to help you for
Then
miles.
you can't do anything
You
at all.
can't do anything at all.
Exactly.
The only thing you can do is scream. That's it.
I guess.
I would
I'd scream really loud.
I would summon a horde of butterflies with my psychic prowess that I definitely have.
I would heal myself. My magical superpowers.
I would use my healing ability to not die.
I would call my Pokemon.
If you were told you only had 2 weeks to live, what would you do and how would you react?
2 weeks.
Yeah, only 2. You don't have to raise your hand, Michael.
Okay, well, I'll start us off. What I would do is I would figure out, I would just be in shock. I'd figure out why in the world that's happening. And I honestly don't know what I would do.
So you wouldn't use those 2 weeks to do anything? You would just...
No, I would do something, I just don't know what I would do. You understand? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Eat a potato.
Of all things.
Eat a potato for every day?
Yeah, bro.
I'll find
Wait.
a way.
I only
What was
got.
the question?
You only have 2 weeks to live. What would you do and how would you react?
Well, first, I get a lot of Kool-Aid. And then I rob a bank.
You gonna rob a bank?
Rob a bank. Crimes Part 3.
And then I'll just buy a bunch of DC for my 2K character.
Alright then, alright.
Mhm.
I see where this
Okay,
going. I see where
Okay,
this going.
new part of the scenario. There's no crime or
Okay,
rule breaking.
Yeah.
What?
Who said
you
he was
can't
robbing a
break
bank,
rules, like you
dog?
can't
He was
skip
talking about
school?
He was talking about GTA, bro.
Sure.
He was talking about Mafia City.
Shock. I would find a way to I would find a.
You can't extend your life past 2 weeks.
I'll make you flip like that. Ask for the Make-A-Wish Foundation to give me $6 billion.
Why? Why would you want money if you only have 2 weeks to live?
So you can travel.
Because
and
then I can
everything.
buy whatever I want.
That's
Why?
That's true. That's
It's
true.
like
That's
just
true.
because.
Well, why would you want to buy something if you only have 2 weeks?
Because
What would you buy?
anything I
Oh,
want.
this is fake.
That's just silly to me.
This is
Yeah,
fake.
but like, it's just because you're about to die in 2 weeks does not mean your current situation isn't the same.
Look.
It just means your situation's gonna end sooner.
If you could switch identities with anybody in the world,
I choose Carrie.
why?
Carrie, why would you choose to carry?
I'm Carrie, my best friend, because I love her so much.
That's really sweet. I have it in a couple parts, but that's really sweet.
Is there any more questions?
I would turn into Donald Trump so to fix the mess he made.
I need a hug.
I would be
Wait,
ugly
okay,
for a
wait.
while, but
But okay.
Honestly,
Yeah, you can't. It's irreversible.
true
You know,
facts.
I
Kind
don't
of
know
true.
if you
You can't talk over people. Michael's already talking.
Bro, that's.
Dimitri, Sheeta, continue.
I don't know if you bomb Iran. I don't really think that's gonna be something you can fix.
Yeah,
Like,
that's irreversible.
It's and especially since we're teenagers and we don't know the concept of making treaties. That's also gonna be difficult.
Carrie,
So-
is the effect reversible? Or can you reverse the effect of changing into other person?
No.
Never mind, I don't want to be Donald Trump.
What if your friend gives you a really spicy candy? What would you do and why?
I would eat it. Maybe.
First, I would ask them why they were giving me the spicy candy.
Oh, yeah.
Second off, I figured out what spice was in it, because if it was like cinnamon, maybe. If it's like ghost pepper or something like peppers, I'll throw it in the trash.
Next question. If you could turn into any animal, what would you be and why?
This is not reversible, correct?
No.
Not reversible. I'll turn into a cheetah.
A
Just
cheetah?
because, they're my favorite animal.
I would turn into a cat.
I'd turn into a corpse.
Cat. I like cats.
Okay. Next question. If you could change your name, middle name, and last name, what would you change it and why?
First, middle, and last.
Yeah, can I enter first?
Yeah.
Alright, well.
Please don't call yourself
Right.
Trayvon.
So, I'm gonna say my first name, Trayvon.
With the accent.
Demetrius, no.
Then I'm gonna say my middle name, dude. Probably Devontae.
Trayvon Devontae. That's the middle name. What's your last
And
name?
then my last name, probably gonna be David still. But I'm gonna be the third, you feel me?
Alright. Yeah, I see where it's going.
What I'm
You
about,
skip from the first to the third, bro. The third always better than the original. You know
what I'm about to say is gonna
Last
be a little.
question.
What I'm about to say is gonna be a little
Well-
memey. So if you know the
Memey?
meme, anybody in here
Oh,
or anybody
memey.
listening, please go ahead. So my first name would be Leroy, last name Jenkins. Leroy Jenkins. You totally remember that, right? Does anybody?
I would keep my name the
Is that
same because
football?
it's hilarious trying to see people trying to pronounce it.
Yeah,
Honestly, I would if I was you too.
I would keep my first and last name. I'd just change my middle name.
What you change it to?
At the school.
Artisu?
Yeah. It's
Ooh.
Japanese.
Hold on, I'm gonna change my
last
name.
question.
What?
If you
What?
switched life with a famous person, what would you do? And where would you live?
And who would they be?
I'm gonna be the
Just any random famous
So,
person.
like, famous person can also mean, like, B-level actor. Like, famous person is very general.
Yeah.
You can have the life of, like, I don't know, let's say,
Bill Gates.
no. Let's say,
Ninja.
you can have the life of, like, Steve Jobs. He's dead. He's famous. Like, he's dead, but he's also famous.
X.
So that counts.
Wait, let me see the thing.
Steve Jobs is dead.
Shush.
Because I don't know what question.
Yes.
I said, what if you could switch lives with any famous person in general? Who would you be and why?
Kevin Hart.
Why?
Because he's short.
Because he's short.
Bill
He's
Gates,
super
funny.
strong too. He work out. He's like, biceps. And then he's the African man.
So famous person could also. Sorry.
Not talk, but I am talking. So the last reason maybe because he is very funny, and I love funny people. And like I love you.
Sing that song.
Honestly, I changed my life to anything of a Nigerian movie actor. Because honestly, they get so much money for doing absolutely nothing.
They have such bad
Because
acting.
Nigerian acting is so bad that it's just shut.
Do not talk about. Do you remember Black Panther?
Who cares about
He's
Black
not-
Panther?
What did
now?
you
Chad
just say?
Boswick is not.
What
He's
did
not
you just say?
Nigerian.
I do not care.
Chad Boswick is
I do not
Nigerian.
care.
He's African.
Gary, African is.
I'm not even gonna.
Did you just say African as a continent?
Yeah.
African or Africa?
Are you gonna?
Because you said African. You do not.
You sound.
Oh heck,
What
his
did
name
you
is
say?
Chadwick Boseman.
Yes.
What? What are you talking about? The African?
Who would I be though?
Okay.
I mean, a famous person could also count someone who's like a meme.
Exactly.
Yeah, like if you know their face.
I know.
You want to be a.
I know Kevin Hart's face.
Everyone knows.
It looks like Kevin.
It gets weird.
Yeah.
If you didn't already know that about the podcast, it gets weird.
Yeah.
So we are nearing the end of this episode
You look
of
like a fish
Vantage.
trying to speak.
Bye.
As you notice, that it seems a little weirdly cut. There is another. This kind of got cut off.
Sit
at one
down.
point, so
This has been Vantage. Have a good evening.
Bye.
Vantage is a production of the Boys and Girls Club of Westchester Liberty. Have a question for our Vantagers? Message us on Instagram at BGC Westchester Liberty and at the Club WCL. Thanks for listening.